If you ever hear tapping on your window late at night, don't look, don't move, and whatever you do, don't open the curtain. Emma didn't listen, and now she's gone. Hello, I'm here. And if you want to hear more stories like this one, then stay tuned. After the story, I'll share something special with you all. Emma was 14 years old when she and her dad moved to a small village in the countryside. Her mom had passed away the year before. The day she buried her mom, Emma made a promise. She would be strong for herself and her dad. She wouldn't cry or be sad. She would help him pack, move, get settled. Whatever he needed, she would do it. She was strong. And the last thing her mom wanted was for Emma to break. But moving into their new home wasn't easy. Their new home was in a small village in the countryside, far from their friends, their family, and everything familiar. It was a tall, cold, and always too dark house with creaky floorboards and whistling windows. The neighbors didn't say much, but one old man looked at them and said, "That house has been empty for a long time, 20 years or more." Then he walked away without another word. Emma didn't like the house from the beginning. The walls creaked, the windows whistled when the wind blew, and the hallway at night felt like it stretched forever. Still, she tried to settle in. She unpacked her things, set up her room, and went to school. But after a few nights, strange things started to happen. It began with a noise. Tappy, tappy, tap. Emma was reading in bed when she heard it for the first time. She looked at the window. Nothing was there. She pulled the curtain closed and went to sleep. The next night, the tapping came back. Tappy, tappy, tap. This time, she stood up and opened the curtain slowly. There was a man standing just outside the window, still, silent, staring. His face was pale. His eyes were wide and dark. He didn't blink. He didn't move. Just stared. Emma screamed. Her dad rushed in. "There's a man outside," she cried. He was right there, but when they looked, the man was gone. Her dad went outside to check. No footprints, no broken fence, nothing. "You're having nightmares," he said. "You've been through a lot," but Emma knew what she saw. The third night, she stayed up. She turned off the lights and hid under the blanket, holding her phone in her hand. She pointed the phone camera at the window. At 3:11 a.m., the tapping came back. Tappy, tappy, tap. She looked at the phone screen and saw him again. The man was standing at the window, but this time he smiled. A slow, wide smile that didn't look human. He raised his hand and waved at her. Emma dropped the phone and screamed. Her dad didn't believe her anymore. "You need to stop this," he said. "There's no man." So the next night, she decided to prove it. She placed her phone on a chair, pointing it at the window. She hit record and went to sleep. The next morning, Emma was gone. Her bed was empty. Her shoes were still by the door. Her favorite book was open on the table, but Emma had disappeared. Her dad found the phone, still recording. He pressed play. The video was quiet for hours. Then, at 3:11 a.m., the tapping came back. Tappy, tappy, tap. The man appeared. He stood at the window for a few seconds. Then, he opened it, slowly, silently. He crawled inside. He didn't walk like a normal person. His limbs were long. His fingers were bent. He walked to Emma's bed. Then, he turned to the camera and smiled. His eyes were too big. His mouth opened just a little too wide. He leaned close and whispered, "She saw me. Now I see you." The screen went black. Emma was never found. The police searched the house, the woods, and the nearby town, but there was no trace. Some say she ran away, but others believe the man at the window took her. Now, people in the village say they hear tapping late at night, tap, 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 and if you look outside, you might see him too, smiling, waiting, watching. Thanks for watching. If you like the story, then stay tuned for more scary tales, and here's a bonus for listening to the end. Behind the house where Emma and her father moved into, there was a small shed. It looked like it hadn't been opened in years. One day, a friend of the family went to check it out. Inside, He found cobwebs, dust, old tools, but something else caught his eye. It was a wooden box. He opened it and saw a diary. It was filled with messy handwriting and strange drawings. The diary belonged to the previous owner of the house. He read through the pages. The writer described how the house was always cold, how the windows whistled and how the walls whispered. But the most chilling entry was the last one. I hear tapping on the window, sometimes during the day, sometimes during the night. When I peek inside, I see nothing, yet the tapping continues. I will watch tonight. If I can't sleep, I will watch and wait. The last page was blank, but there was a drawing of a man staring in from the window, smiling. The friend called the police. He thought maybe they could find the man in the drawing. Maybe they could catch him before he did more harm, but when the police arrived, they only found dust. The box, the diary, and the drawing became evidence, and to this day, nobody knows what happened to them.